Hello everybody, my name is David Fennelly, and together with my father Tom, we are hosting a virtual farm walk from our farm here in Teagasc, County Laois tomorrow. As you can see, the cows are grazing away happily here behind me, and we'll see them bright and early in the morning. Our farm walk will begin at 9:30 on Teagasc Instagram and Twitter pages, and we'll also be speaking to Stuart Childs on the Let's Talk Dairy webinar series at 10:30. So we look forward to welcoming you all to our farm, albeit from a distance, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to Teagasc. My name is Tom Fennelly, and I'm farming here with my wife Florence and my son David, and also in the family we have Ian and Laura who help us out from time to time. As part of the Glanbia Teagasc Future Farm Programme, we were due to hold a farm walk here on the farm today. But with the COVID restrictions, that plan had to change, and we're going to hold a virtual farm walk.
So, the farm comprises of 106 hectares, and this year we're milking 206 cows, and we're also carrying 74 replacement units. So the overall farm stocking rate then is 2.66, and we're stocked a little heavier on the milking platform. So, on the farm on a day-to-day basis is my father Tom, myself, and Adrian Luttrell, who's with us over 20 years now at this stage. In terms of facilities then, we're making through a 20-unit herringbone parlour with ACRs, auto drafting, and we also have now a cubicle for every cow on the farm.
Now, this is a map of the farm, and our biggest advantage is that the land is all in one block, with the farmyard pretty much centrally located. We have a network of roads that gives us access to all paddocks with the cows, and a water system that provides water to each paddock as well.
So, firstly, I'd like to welcome you all to Let's Talk Dairy webinar with Stuart Childs, live from the field at 10:30. Following on from that then, we'll be discussing the grass, the cows, biodiversity on the farm, and creating a great workplace. So, we're delighted to welcome you all here today, and we look forward to all the interaction during the day.
I'd like to welcome you to our joint farm walk between Teagasc and Glanbia, Ireland today on the farm of Tom and David Fennelly. Due to the restrictions, our farm walk has been postponed, but please join us while we try out this virtual farm walk on the farm.
Okay, and the main objectives of the whole programme were production and efficiency, the environment, and these topics will be covered during the day, and Tom and David will show how they're trying to enhance their farm.
Key to our system of production is a long grazing season, with cows going to grass as soon as possible after calving. Each day at grass is worth €2.80 per cow per day, so we use every management tool and trick in the book to ensure there is grass in the cow's diet. In the mid-season, we walk the farm every 5 to 7 days and try and maintain adequate and quality grass in front of the cows. In 2018 and 2019, cows grazed for 280 and 285 days of the year respectively. Over the past 10 years, we have put emphasis on improving grazing infrastructure. We have had the farm mapped, increased paddock size, improved water infrastructure, and also added additional roadways and multiple access points to ensure that cows can get to grass in challenging conditions. Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying our content so far. So we've had our introduction, a bit of history to the farm, and now we're starting to talk about grass. So I'd like to welcome any questions you may have. Stick them in the question box linked to this video, and we look forward to hearing more from you.
Just in terms of soil fertility, we're looking back on the soil samples from 2018. And we can see that only 26% of the farm was optimum for pH, P and K. So to address this, we've spread lime to bring any paddock that needed it up to 6.2 in pH. And we spread muriate of potash in the back end of the year to address the K problem.
So moving on to 2020 then, having taken action, we can now see that 55% of the farm is optimum for pH, P and K. Depending on the nutrient management plan, these colour-coded maps are very useful. Looking at pH first of all, we can see that all of the farm is above 6.2 for grassland. And we've then front loaded this year with P going with 18612 on those marked in light blue. And in terms of potassium on farm, then we'll be going with muriate potash. Annually, we spread 250 kilos of nitrogen per hectare from mid-January to mid-September. Over the past 2 years, when applying straight nitrogen, we have switched to using protected urea products only. We spread 100 units of nitrogen prior to the 1st of April and spread a unit per day during the grazing season. Slurry is applied in early spring when conditions allow, and also to the silage fields and where surplus grass is removed. All slurry is applied using the trailing shoe over the past couple of years to reduce ammonia emissions and make better use of the nitrogen resource on farm. All slurry and fertiliser applications are then recorded through Pasture Base Ireland.
Okay, Tom, just a question that came earlier from the webinar earlier that you're reducing the nitrogen used in the farm. That's part of your plan, is to reduce the nitrogen used in the farm. You said the nitrogen use efficiency in the farm is around 29%, which is quite good. So how are you actually reducing the nitrogen on the farm here?
Well, with that in mind, Richard, for the first round of nitrogen, we spread protected urea on 2/3 of the farm, and we used the trailing shoe with slurry on the other third. Then coming on to the second round, we did the same again. A second third got slurry, and the rest of it got protected urea. And with the first cut silage, then we reduced the nitrogen by 10% that we were putting out for the silage anywhere that had got slurry previously. So that brought it back a little bit up to this part of the year.
Hi, I'm Larkin Dooley. I'm Tom and David's advisor. Tom is in a local discussion group, the Work Group, and together with a number of members that are not already doing so, he's genomically testing all the heifers and the maiden heifers and the heifer calves. Tom, you want to tell us why you're doing this?
Well, just to get a better picture of the quality of the individual heifers, we just decided to do this year. Some of the group members are already doing it, and they're very happy with the results. And we're hoping that over the next few years, the whole herd will have a better picture of the whole herd as the different new groups come in. You know.
Yeah, so you'll be able to, I suppose, breed the replacements in your herd from the stock that have the best genetic potential, really.
Ah, yeah, and you'd notice as the heifers come in every year, there's a big variation in heifers, and by having the genotype, it should be better for picking out the ones that are going to produce better. Many generations have farmed the land here in Tinnakill over the years, changing the landscape considerably. Although the farm is probably more productive now than at any time, with the drive to become more efficient, we must do all we can to protect and enhance the environment for future generations. As a starting point, through the Future Farm programme, we're assessing the different natural features already here. For example, the hedgerows, the stream, the castle, and looking at some simple things we can do to improve biodiversity and allow nature to find its own space. This is a newly planted hedge that we just planted here in early February. It's whitethorn mainly, with a few other native plants in it. It's really struggling with the drought here at the moment, so we're having to water it. And we're trying to keep it alive. We put in a couple of beech trees as well. I know they're not native trees, but they're traditional on this farm. We have a good few old beech trees. It'll take a while now for this to establish, but we have a couple of other hedges that we'll show you. One was planted about 5 years ago, and the other was done through a reps, I think about 15 years ago. So we'll have a look at them now later on. This is the hedge that we planted 5 years ago now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks very much for all your interaction throughout the day, from the webinar this morning and on Instagram and Twitter throughout the day.
And thanks very much to Richard O'Brien, Una Sinnott and George Ramsbottom, who helped us out in today, and to Florence and Ian. So all the best from Tinnykill.